everybody, Larry and Al at it again. Number 45, man, friend.
45. Can you believe that?
Yeah. We almost going on 52, which is a year.
Yeah.
Well, we know we've been going longer than a year. But it's good to be here with Elijah again.
Yeah.
We're out on the porch. It's a beautiful day. I want to thank everybody for watching that watches. And, keep watching. I'm sporting the new Larry and Al hat, so if you want to go online and a new shirt, go online and get some merch.
Yeah.
Get some merch for the guys, for the
I
guys and the ladies.
I gotta get my new one. You give me a hat too.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So it's good to be here. So we're gonna jump right into the basketball. So tell me, I got the brackets for both. I want to talk about the men and the women.
Okay.
So I want to get your take, but I don't know where you want to start. My first thought is let's look at the top seeds for each region, and give me. So you got Auburn in the South, you got Florida in the West, you got Duke in the East, and you got Houston in the Midwest. On those four, what are you thinking of those four?
Okay, out of the group, I expect Duke to get to the Final Four.
Okay.
In Florida.
Florida. Okay.
I expect they're gonna battle it to get to the. They should battle it to get to the thing.
So who looks tough in the
looking at brackets?
Yeah, I'm looking. So you got St. John's is 2.
Okay.
Got,
they're gonna be tough.
Texas Tech is 3, Maryland 4, and we'll go a couple more.
Where's UConn at?
UConn. Where is UConn?
They're gonna bump in somewhere.
Where's UConn? I gotta find UConn. They gotta be down there somewhere. I'm not sure. Let's see. Oh, there they are. They're number 8.
And what bracket are they in?
They're in the West with Florida.
Well, yeah, with Florida.
And they play Oklahoma in the first one, number 9. So that could be a good tough game.
It's gonna be
are the pairing, the numbers, the ratings, are they usually pretty accurate?
They're pretty.
And they base them on who they.
Houston is always tough.
Yeah.
They're going to be up there. Okay. And Duke is going to be up there. And UConn fell back. I've been watching them on TV and they don't have. They play hard, but they don't have the guns as they had the last time. Okay. They don't have the maturity and the veterans. Okay. But they're going to be still tough.
Tested.
St. John's is tough.
St. John's is going to be tough too. Tough. And then in the Midwest, Houston, you got Tennessee's in that one. You got Kentucky.
Tennessee's tough. In Kentucky.
Purdue. Now Purdue, I watched Purdue before you got here. They won, but I heard they've been losing going into the
But they're gonna be they got a good coach.
Yeah.
And they have a good team.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Now where is who won the Big Ten? Ohio? No. Michigan won the Big Ten.
But not Michigan State.
No, Michigan.
Michigan, yeah.
And they're young. It's gonna be tough. We'll see after this weekend.
So you got in the East, you got Duke, but then you got Alabama, Wisconsin, Arizona, Oregon. What about those? Any of those stick out?
Wisconsin's gonna be tough.
Okay,
they're gonna be tough.
And how'd they end up in the big?
They played in the championship game.
Okay, all right. And then the South, you got Auburn, Michigan State. Iowa State, any of those sticking out to you?
Michigan State, you sleeper. I never count them out.
Yeah. And Iowa State,
they're tough too.
Number 3.
They're tough.
Yeah. Okay.
They put a whooping on Kansas.
Okay.
They whooped Kansas pretty good this year.
Yeah. So what do you look for? Anything stand out in the upcoming
rebounding? I look at the rebounding, the good defense, and they can hit the 3. Rebounding, good defense, and they can move the ball around, but they can hit the 3. But they don't live on the 3.
I don't think you can live on it, right?
No, you can't. You can't. No, you can't.
You gotta have good, solid. You
gotta
have the deep. You gotta be able to stop the other team.
You gotta be able to stop the other team, and you gotta be able to move the ball pattern. hit the easy shots, the Crips. You got to be able to hit the Crips.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll see where we go from here.
Mm-hmm.
Next time we get together, we'll see what your crystal ball was it true or not. Let's look at the women's. Okay, so the women's, we got
UCLA,
and you got UCLA and USC, South Carolina, and Texas are the top seeds.
What about UConn?
UConn
is down below.
Yeah, they're number.
What bracket? Okay,
UConn is in with SC.
And so that's gonna be that. Whoever comes out of that is gonna go to the Final Four.
Okay, and then on the UCLA is in with North Carolina. No. I was gonna say North Carolina State. Baylor's in there.
Where is Notre Dame?
Notre Dame's on the other side here.
And who did they play? They did the same bracket with South Carolina.
Where's Notre Dame? Where are you? Notre Dame is in with Texas and TCU.
Texas is the Texas is
tough. Ohio State.
Okay, they're the tough one.
Notre Dame. You think they have a chance?
They gotta get past Texas.
No, what about South Carolina? I mean, they look dominant. Are they going to be? Are they got enough coming back? And
they should get to if they're not in the same bracket with UConn, they'll make it.
No, UConn's on the other side.
Yeah, UConn's got to go through.
So they wouldn't meet until they got in the final.
Yeah, but UConn's got to go through
Southern Cal. In Southern Cal and UCLA, they match up pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, UCLA's on the top.
Yeah, UCLA. Who's in?
North Carolina State, LSU, Baylor.
And they got so that the LSU is tough. So, but they're all out of the bracket down at the bottom. Look for UConn to go through.
Okay.
Look for UCLA to go through.
So UConn would have to go through Oklahoma State, Oklahoma. Pretty much that's who they need to get through to get moving on. So
and SC.
SC's up at the top. So SC would go through Cal, Kansas State, and Kentucky.
Yeah. So they'll meet.
Yeah.
So it's gonna
be fun, huh?
Oh yeah, it's gonna be. It's no clear cut. It's South Carolina is tough.
Would you call them the favorite or no?
I would call them the odds on
because they're the repeat.
They won last. They won last year.
South Carolina, that's the one.
Yeah, they won last year.
They beat Caitlin Clark's team.
Yeah, they beat Iowa and yeah. So I would, but they've been perennial.
Yeah, I would say they.
Yeah, so I give them a shot.
Okay.
But it's either way, you know. I mean, that's why they call it March Madness because anything can happen.
You know, my son is there. He goes every year. He's in Vegas with his buddies. They spend the weekend there doing whatever they do. I don't know what stuff. But anyway, so you're just going to be watching a little basketball this weekend.
All day. I'll be watching basketball all day. Yeah, I got up this morning and it started at 6:37 o'clock.
No kidding.
The NIT. Shit. Oh, man. And then this guy said they play above the rim.
Above the rim,
They're playing above the rim.
Fun times, you know.
Yeah.
It's got to. I mean, I always look at it. It's like a distraction from what's going on in the world.
Yeah. It sure is.
You know.
I mean, with all this, and he made a statement. You remember when he said, "I like the uneducated." What do you think that means?
We keep coming to gonna dumb it down, man.
Okay. What do you think he? And I was in getting my taxes done, and the lady that has been doing my help doing my taxes for me, and she has special needs kids, and so what people don't understand, when he takes away the Department of Education, all those special need people, okay, they're affected.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then people don't get it, and the reason why he says he wants the uneducated, why? is because they're not going to be critically thinking.
Well, no, they're just going to go along with the
flow. So Fox News said this, and so said this. But do you can you read and investigate for yourself? And you know, I mean, that's why, you know, in all those red states, Arkansas, Mississippi, Florida, Georgia, they're on the bottom end of the 50 in education.
And they're just going to go further down, but that's okay because those are the people who vote for them, I guess.
And they took Jackie Robinson off the DUI. Jackie Robinson, because he was a captain in the military in the Second World War, and they took him off there. And then they found out that they put him back on because they made a mistake. Do you see what this and not me? I didn't say this. But this is what I'm doing. Ben Marcellus and the Midas Touch, the Midas thing, and they you know, I like them. I don't look at the CNN. They took CNN over just like Fox News and CNN. The other one. What he wants is he wants to, and they've said it. He is a racist, and he wants to purify the United States, but you can't do that.
What do you mean purify?
He wants white folks, all white folks. And he wants everybody to look like him. Okay, because why? Because then he can control them. Okay, people that don't look like him are a threat because they're looking for equality. There's no equality. They don't want equality. Okay. They want people that will say yes and no, and like his, you know, Hispanic people said, well, you know, you did, but guess what? He's wrecking their families. And the lady coming back from Puerto Rico on a honeymoon, and she got deported because her paperwork wasn't up to snuff. Okay,
I mean, yeah, I'm sure that the stories are just kind of, you know, I mean, you can't even probably keep up with things that are going on. But I'm from just an overall effect.
Well, okay, think about this. He wants to get rid of FEMA. Okay, and guess who that affects? The red states in the South.
Yeah. The hurricanes,
all the
tornadoes in the Midwest,
and yeah, all those places. And how can they rebuild after, you know? And he gets rid of them, and they don't get no federal money. But see, people, when you don't have a critical thinking base, when I'm saying critical thinking base, then it's like I remember, I don't know, I've told the story before. A student asked me, why is it so important that I get an education? And my answer to him was that if you're educated, then you can be able to tell when somebody's telling you the truth or telling you a lie. Okay? And if you can't critically think on that, and you have to rely on somebody else to say you're right or wrong, and then you're gonna be in the dump. Okay? Why is Nebraska going bankrupt?
Nebraska's going bankrupt?
Yeah, why? Because all the people that was doing the work were immigrants, illegal immigrants.
Illegal or legal?
Well, whatever. They stopped showing up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So nobody's picking the crops, or nobody's doing the work.
And think about this: the farmers were wanting to get the government subsidies, and they don't want the average person to get Social Security.
Yeah. And
Social Security, we pay into Social Security. The government doesn't have all they have to do is process it. Mm-hmm. And then, you know, but this is when you're ill-informed, and you know they don't want to have the town halls no more.
No, because they can't take the heat.
No, the people are saying you're not representing us.
So they said avoid them.
Yeah, and Schumer said, well, I don't want to turn on the Schumer. if you don't choke them, guess what happens? They keep on going. It's like when we was little kids. What did we do? We kept pushing it until what?
They gave in.
Okay, and then you got the whooping.
Yeah.
Okay, you push it all the way to the end, and then you got the whooping. Okay, but it's a curious time. I'm just sitting back. I mean, you can't blame the black folks. We didn't do nothing. We ain't done nothing.
I don't know. Was he looking for a blame somewhere? I mean,
well, who can he blame? He ain't gonna blame himself.
No.
Okay, but who can he? He been in there a month and a half, and he's blaming Biden for everything.
I know. Yeah.
And Biden left him who beautiful economics, the best economics in the world.
Right.
And then he goes up to Canada and won't kick. You don't mess with people that are just living. And then what's so funny is that the people in the United States can't see it. The people around the world see it, and they fight it, and they standing up to him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and what he keeps doing is he keeps throwing the gauntlet down. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that.
Double it down.
He keeps doubling down, but at what cost? He think he care about the average person?
No.
He don't care about nothing but him. And then, he gets his feelings hurt. He wants to take away the news. He wants to take away anybody who's critical of him. He wants to get rid of them. They need to go to jail. That's exactly what Hitler said.
You think there really is the playbook, Hitler's playbook? You think
oh hell yeah! This is exactly what happened. This is exactly what Hitler did. He took it over, and then he got the all the little toadies, and they start getting rid of people, and then the scapegoat were the Jews. Okay, who's the scapegoat? Who do you think the scapegoat is?
It's the DEI, right? Is that
no? The DEI no. The first is the Hispanics. After Hispanics, who's it going to be? Blacks. They can't put the blacks. They can't send the blacks anywhere else. Okay, but they can send. Why do you think he's doing the immigrants? Because he can send them out the country.
Yeah.
Illegal. No. That's what he's doing. And why do you think he getting rid of the Department of Education?
Why is he getting rid of the department?
Because it supplies services for people.
Yeah.
And he don't want nothing that has historical references to fairness. Nothing that's fair. He doesn't want. He wants to get rid of anything that has to do with other than white folks being in charge. Okay. And what he doesn't understand, 90% of all the inventions in the 20th century was invented by black folks.
Mm-hmm. Talk about that. Well, let's talk about your birthday. We're going to change subjects here. Your birthday coming up.
Yeah.
81, and I know we talked about it last time, but it's even closer now than the last time.
Yeah, Saturday.
Yeah. So, how you feeling?
I feel old, man. But I got new eyes, and I just don't move I don't move as much as I used to. I'm thankful I can think, and I got good people that come around and do my shopping for me and take me to my appointments. And that's the way it is.
Well, that's Elijah and I were talking before you got here, but it's just so hard to believe that it wasn't that long ago. We were down in the
last year,
the hall there and celebrating your 80th, and people came and talked about your life and their life and your life, and we had some food, and it was a really good time.
Yeah, I'm thankful that I can.
Another year went by, and we're here to do number 81.
Yeah, I was telling my cousin, that I lost 5 people this last year.
Yeah.
But and I try to stay as healthy as I can. Like I tell my children, I'm thankful that I'm able to take care of myself, so that I don't have to burden them. They can live their life.
Can I ask you kind of a little personal question about that, about losing people?
Yeah.
What's that like as far as I mean, how does that resonate with you, or what kind of feelings come up when
well, it depends on it's eye opener because it's about mortality.
Yeah.
And my time is coming.
Yeah, and so what's your feelings about mortality? Different now than, let's say, 10 years ago.
Well,
when you were my age.
Well, I've lived a fruitful life. Yeah. I think, and I.
Well, we.
And I'm thankful. Like I was today, and I don't think Elijah even knows this. He doesn't even know the history of a family. The first black woman to graduate from San Diego State is related to me and Elijah.
Wow. Talk about that.
Her name is Henrietta Goodwin, and that's is Bobby's aunt, our great aunt.
Elijah knows Bobby. Elijah knows.
Yeah,
Bobby.
He knows who Bobby is.
Yeah.
But then I was talking about my dad. And even though he didn't graduate from San Diego State, while he was going there, he was a Phi Beta Kappa.
Yeah.
Okay. And there's a little area in San Diego, in East San Diego, where all the black folks grew up, and the migration from my family, Steels, came from Topeka, Kansas, to El Centro to San Diego.
That was the migration?
That was the migration.
What brought people from Topeka to El Centro? What was the draw there?
Think about this, man. You're in the middle of Kansas City.
Yeah.
Racism, man.
Yeah. No racism in El Centro.
You get a chance to start
over,
and then you go from there to San Diego.
So how much does and this is
yeah,
forgive me if it comes off as an ignorant question, but how is it, or why is it, and how does racism a driving force for that example?
Okay. Pay attention, Larry. Have you ever gone anywhere where they told you couldn't be there?
No, I understand that.
Okay, think about this.
Yeah, I understand that part.
You can't be here.
Right.
You can't do this.
Yeah.
You can't live here.
Yeah.
Okay, you can't shop here.
Yeah.
Think about that.
Okay.
Even today, I'm very careful where I go.
You told me that, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you won't come out to my place.
No, I won't come because
you used to. What's changed since, let's say,
the climate of the time.
Okay.
Okay, I go to your place now, and those people are going to want to know who you are. You got a black man coming to your house.
But I'm going to tell you something. I had this conversation this morning with Marianne, and we pick up the grandkids, right? And you stand outside, and they open the gates, and the kids all come out, and they all kind of file out. And there's a lot of color in the faces, more than ever I experienced.
Mm-hmm.
So even though out there, in what you would think would be an area that a lot of migration of, let's say, white flight, if you will, there's a lot of diversity. And the same at both schools.
Okay, how diverse is it really?
Well, it's more than it was. Okay. I mean, I'm not saying there aren't plenty of white faces, but there's plenty of other faces too.
Okay, and think about that. Are they intermingling?
Yeah. As a matter of fact.
Okay. And you got to remember, the people that don't show their colors and until the time comes.
Literally, huh?
Okay.
But I mean, I'm thinking to myself is that in their case, they're more involved or enmeshed with people of diversity than I was, and probably even my own kids in that area. Obviously, when we moved out there, it was very white out there.
And this is what always happens: is that when you first moved out there, it was all you guys.
Yeah, right. All us guys.
But guess what? Then now what happens? And guess what? If something goes wrong, guess who's gonna be blamed?
Well, right, and we're not there yet.
You're not there yet.
But it could be. I know. I don't disagree with that.
It's coming.
I don't disagree with that.
Especially as long as he's saying to people,
right? It's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, I have family members and friends that are very outspoken in support of what he represents, which they weren't. And I'm talking about people that I've known my entire life, or adult life, and they were never talking about it, and now it's almost like they've been given a license.
To feel hate.
To feel hate.
To feel hate.
Because that's really what it is.
It is. It's and think about this. We talked about this before. In between me and you, we talked about this before. Is that the average guy who doesn't have the expertise and knowledge and he's working hard. He's got his own business and he's not an educated kind of guy, but he's making his own money and stuff like that. But he has to work and work hard to make his money. Where people like you and I, who were educated, and how hard did we have to work to make our money?
Well, I think we worked hard.
But we didn't do manual labor.
No, not physical. Because I'll tell you a story one time. Me and a partner, we were working together, and we were carpooling, and we stopped on the way home, and we got our car washed. And so we're sitting there, waiting for them to wipe it down and all that. And we're watching this guy working, and he's working really hard. He's doing a nice job. Give him a little tip or whatever it was. And we're thinking what he makes in a day compared to what we made that day, okay, and what the physical labor that he had, and he makes a fraction of what we did, and we were done for the day, and he still had work to go. And so it dawns on you when you take time to think of that.
And why do people get angry when they see those things, and they say, "Well, gee, I got to work all this hard," but did you educate yourself? You see, there's a reason why. The thing about me, who I am, and what by me having education, what did I afford my family to be able to do?
Right. Well, it goes back to one of our early talks, and you talked about your opportunity, your offer for a baseball contract, and at the time it was relatively speaking, it was lucrative for that time and your age and all that. And you asked for that condition of you'd play, but you wanted them to then support you on the season.
Okay.
And they said no.
The white boy was getting $50,000 to sign.
Yeah.
I'm getting $10,000.
Well, yeah. I mean that's
what's the difference?
Yeah. I got that.
Okay.
But they didn't want. You're somebody that wanted to continue their education. They'd still play ball. But on the off season, you wanted to continue.
What happened to Curt Flood?
Yeah, I'd see Curt Flood's a good example.
Okay, I remember in 1955 when I saw Curt Flood when he was in high school. Okay, and I remember. But see, they don't want people who think in the system.
And that's where we are now. That's what you talked about earlier.
Okay. Think about all the quarterbacks now and how they think about Jalen Hurts. That he's not this and he's not that. Why do you think that they haven't given him a hard time?
Why?
Because he doesn't. He ain't playing the game. He's a smart young man.
And so he doesn't get the.
He goes. He doesn't. He gives them. He doesn't give them the answer they want to hear.
Yeah. Okay. So, we're about out of time, but I think we're going to do another one, and we'll continue. Can we take off right where we're at, and we'll jump right in there? And before we go, I want to say, man, thank you for this Blue Label Cohiba. This made it for the day. It can't get any better than this.
It can't get no better than
Larry Now, we search for truth.
We'll search for truth.
And appreciate it very much.
Signing off, and
we'll see you on the next time around.
The next
46. So thank you, Elijah. Don't forget to subscribe. Look at the website. Get some gear. Get a coffee mug. Have a cup of coffee when you watch us. Enjoy, and peace out.
Peace out.
Those of you that are out there listening, subscribe to our page so that you can get the notifications of when we're going to record again.